So you may have heard of Google Calendar, or you probably already have it and or use it maybe on a daily basis. Well, there's this one thing that is automatically turned off for you that could make things a little bit dangerous. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and erase that, meaning eliminate that risk so that you don't get hacked. Let's begin. So first, you want to make sure you're actually logged into your Google account. This will be a desktop tutorial step-by-step for beginners. Hover over these dots here, this menu. Click there, and then let's click on Google Calendar right here. This is what it'll look like. Now the option is actually in this little settings icon right up here. For now, I'm going to leave Google Calendar in light mode right there. Now let's click on the little gear icon here in the top. It's the settings menu. And then settings. Now, somewhere in all these options, this long array of menu options, a lot of it is enabled and some of it is disabled by default, right? So what we want to do is go ahead and click on Event Settings. Here, underneath Guest Permissions, and this is where it could get tricky if you don't have this option set already, this part right here. Add invitations to my calendar, only if the sender is known. So in this example, this option is already pre-selected for us. Sometimes, and I've seen this happen with my other Google accounts, this top one from everyone was selected right there. Thankfully today, this is set up by default, only if the sender is known. And click on here to find out more. Only if the sender is known. Add an invitation to your calendar only if the sender is in your contacts or if you've interacted with them before, which leads me to another point which I'll address in another moment. This might reveal to senders that they are not or aren't in your contacts. Now the thing is that Google will most likely send you some type of notification when an event and you are included is made. And if this was set to everyone, well, some malicious actors out there may go ahead and try to hack you this way. And you want to avoid that because it just takes the joy out of creating and building and doing whatever else we're doing online, personal or business. It takes that fun away. So once we made sure we've done that and we click Save, next thing I want to show you is click on our icon on the top right corner there and go into Account. And then manage your Google account. Click on that. I've enlarged the screen so you could see what we're actually going to be doing for this last and final step to protect ourselves. Here on the left-hand side, we want to go to People and Sharing, right there. And here I've already done this when I initially set up the Google account. And you want to make sure that contact info is not saved from interactions. I want to add them manually myself. So I have that off and I have this off, these two options there. And this also leads into the final fact that within Gmail, and more than likely if you're watching this video, you probably have access to Gmail and or use it regularly or at least once in a while. You want to make sure this other option that's in Gmail, I'm going to show you next, is also disabled so that not everybody who you interact with online by Gmail email is automatically added and saved as a contact. Because what if they're not, right? What if you don't know them and it just automatically get added? What if someone was automatically just trying to fool you? And we don't want that. We want to do it ourselves once we actually know the person. So I'm going to click on this icon there for all the Google apps, all these bundle of dots on the top right-hand corner of the screen, and we're going to click on Gmail. Let's go. Now, once we're inside our Gmail account, we want to click on the settings icon again, but within Gmail email. Let's click on that now so we can protect ourselves even more. And then let's click on See All Settings. And this, my friends, should be taught in every school, in every class, especially from the very beginning, so you can protect ourselves and each and every single one of us and our loved ones from these cyber criminals and potential harm. This is Cybersecurity 101. Now let's continue and scroll down this menu option here in our settings option within our Gmail account. And you'll see an option about contacts, about adding them automatically. Did you see it? It's right here. Make sure that you strongly consider adding contacts yourself, like so, instead of the other option to auto add them. Get into the habit of doing that. Also makes things easier looking them up later on because you know how you save them as, and they're a trusted source if you decided to save them yourself. And then you make sure that you save at the very bottom, save all changes. Or the account is already done this way, so there's nothing to save. And again, that last option to protect yourselves just a little bit more, and within Gmail settings is I'll add contacts myself. So don't let people you don't really want in your inbox or basically contacting you with false promises and or a way to get the door open, to create some familiarity so that you could get to trust them so that they could go ahead and potentially cause harm. We don't want that. In this video, we went over how to protect ourselves within Google Calendar by making sure in the settings option that this option right here is only if the sender is known is selected. And then we made sure the option was saved. Then we also went into people and sharing and made sure that within our Google account and made sure that contacts, the info from our devices is turned off and contact info is not saved from interactions. And that is shown by this option here, which is off. And finally, within Gmail, we made sure that within the settings of Gmail, that we got down to the option where it says, I'll add contacts myself and enable that option there and saved everything. I hope this video helps you and you found it useful. If you did, please give it a like, which is a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. And if you'd like to learn more on how to protect yourself from another popular Google app that's sometimes used for meetings, click on this next video here to save yourself from getting hacked or led into some type of fraudulent scheme that takes away your identity and or wipes out your finances within a few clicks. Click on this video now, and I'll see you there.